Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer and Mark here. I'm back with another Star Wars action figure review, and I have a figure this time from the 6-inch range of figures from the Star Wars The Black series, and this is, of course, everyone's favorite little astromech droid, R2-D2. And I think Hasbro overall did a really great job of doing this figure. It's got all kinds of little features and accessories that we'll get a little more into in a moment. First, let's show you the packaging. Again, you have your very plain, basic Black Series packaging. There you see Star Wars The Black Series logo, the little black and white R2 profile image there, and you go down. You have the orange lighting pattern, and you can see the plastic tray where the figure and all his accessories are held. Down here, this is figure number 4, R2-D2. Ages 4 and up, choking hazard, warning, Hasbro logo. Again, very plain on the other sides. The top, you have the same image, the Star Wars logo and the little image there. On the back, we have a bigger image here, very kind of iconic image, black and white, of Princess Leia inserting the little message on R2. It's a pretty cool image. And down here, Star Wars, Hasbro.com, all that stuff. Again, the orange light pattern. Up here again, the Star Wars logo. Again, figure number 4, R2-D2. R2-D2 is a plucky and loyal astromech droid that takes part in many of the momentous events in the galaxy. And here we see a little bit of the electronic beeps and boops and sounds that R2 makes as his little quote that they put on there. That's kind of a neat little touch there. But that's enough about the packaging. Okay, let's get back to why we're here, and that is the R2-D2 figure. And as you can see, I have out some of them, all the little various little features, and there's all kinds of accessories with this guy. Obviously, being a smaller scale figure, is this guy worth the $18, $19, $20 that he goes for in a regular retail? I think so. I think it's made up for in all the little accessories and the features that this figure does. So I think that makes up for. Obviously, it's a smaller figure. It's not actually 6-inch, but it's that 6-inch scale. You'll see they did a great job on the details. Obviously he's mostly white. He has great silver and blue touches of paint, a little bit of green right there. And again, of course, with a 6-inch figure, you can get even better and closer on the details. You get all the little panels and parts, and you can see on the front there. And they've done a great job. They've managed to do a great job on that with 3 3/4 versions before, but this is even more intricate with the 6-inch range. Okay. And you can see a couple of the top panels are missing there. I'll explain that in just a moment. I just want to give you a real good look of this guy all the way around. All the little wires. You can see I like this touch of the wires right in the front of the feet there. They just look really well done. Okay. Okay. So now you've gotten a good look. Now let's show you some of the features. I'm going to get this one thing that's a little tricky, so we're going to get that out of the way right now. So we're going to put this down. And here's R2-D2. He has his 2 legs. Now, of course, he also has the 3rd leg. Now, this is done, in this case, with the dome. You swivel the dome, you turn it like this, and there is the 3rd leg retracts down. Okay. And then you just kind of move. And then position. And there he is. There is R2 in his 3rd legged pose. He can There are wheels on all three of the legs, so he can roll around pretty well. Okay. And then, of course, to get the leg back up, you just turn it the opposite way. Now, I'm not sure which way is better to do it like this. We've seen this way before in smaller scale, or is it better with just a removable third leg? You know, I'm just not sure which way I like more. I guess it's up to each individual person as to which version they would like better. So that's one kind of minor gripe. I think for me, now that I think about it, I think I would rather just have had the just a removable third leg. It just works better. It just is a little easier. But you know, both ways work pretty well. Okay, and you can see here you have these two little doors which open up, and you have a couple of his little tools. You have his little grabber arm there, and then this is the little kind of electric zapper thing that he uses to help C-3PO away from Salacious Crumb in Return of the Jedi. And we also see him use this against the Ewoks. So you have that little thing. I wish we'd gotten the little saw cutting arm, but you know, you can only fit so much. Now, as I mentioned, he does have a lot of accessories, and you'll see here, as you saw before, the top portions, or two of the top portions, are missing. You have these two, and then this one here is also replaceable, but it's the same as this. You have these little pieces here, see, which just peg back into the top of the head, and those are made removable so you can place in the various accessories that he has. First, you have the little periscope that we see him use in Empire Strikes Back when he's in the swamp water, and he pokes this up and he's moving it around. And that's really neat. And you can just place that, see, in the hole. Now, it's meant to go in that one, but I just put it in there for now. So you have that one. And then you have, this is his little sensor scope. And you see, this is very nicely detailed. See the little gold paint and the black. I think they did a great job with that. Okay, let's give you here another look at the periscope again. You know, they did a really good job with all these little pieces. And the other accessory for the top portion is you have Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. And this is really well done. All the little sculpting, the silver and gold paint. The only thing is that it's kind of a little too flexible. I wish it was a more sturdier plastic, so it looks a little bendy. But you know, you can kind of bend it a little and get it in the right shape. And that one goes right in this top portion here. Okay, that can fit in there. Would be nice if it fit a little bit deeper inside, but no, it'll go a little bit more than that. But it would have been nice if it went a little more. But again, that's a nice little touch. This will be really cool if later down the line if we get a Jedi Knight Luke, so that would be cool. So you have that, and then also you'll notice on the sides there are two different panels. So you have these pieces here, which are removable, and you have two of these, and they can be replaced with two of these, which are the little rocket jets that we see him use in Episode 2. So I think that's another really nice little addition to this guy. They've tried to incorporate a little of everything from each of the movies. Again, as I've shown you, you have things from Return of the Jedi, from Empire, from Attack of the Clones. So you have original trilogy stuff and you have prequel stuff, and I think it's a nice touch. I'm glad that they put that in. Some people will be like, oh, I don't like maybe not like the prequel stuff in there, but I think it's a good touch to give us as many options as we possibly can to display this little guy. And again, the additional accessories helps add to the value of the figure. So I think that was a very good choice on that. Articulation for this guy, it's not a lot. Obviously the dome swivels, but of course that's where the third leg comes down, and the shoulder part of the leg here will swivel, and then you have like hinge joints on the feet of the droid. So that's it for articulation. He doesn't have elbows and knees and all that stuff, so it's not going to be a ton of articulation on this guy. But you have all the articulation that I think you could get in this guy. Here, just as comparison, here is the 6-inch Luke, and I thought this would be nice to show you size comparison. I think they did a good job with the scale. I think it fits pretty well. Some people, I've heard, they think it's maybe should be a little bit taller, but I don't know. I think they did a good job. I think it's pretty close. If it needs to be a little taller, be just by barely, just a smidge. But I think it looks good the way it is. So that's that. So that's pretty much it. There's this is the Black Series 6-inch R2-D2, and then hopefully you got a good idea of all the little functions and accessories that this guy has. As I showed, you got the different arms and the third leg and all the little accessories. Again, the lightsaber and the periscope and the sensor scope. And here's the rocket. I'll give you a good close-up. This is the rocket jetpack panel. And then this is just as one last thing. This is the other of the regular side panel there. So really, really glad that I got this. Hopefully, again, we got Luke, and hopefully we'll get a C-3PO sometime in the future to go along with him. Because, well, what's R2 without his companion C-3PO? It's given. You have Han, you have Chewie, you have Luke and Leia. You need R2 and C-3PO. I'm sure we'll get that at some point. So there you go. This is the 6-inch range Star Wars The Black Series R2-D2. I think it's a really great figure. I'm very happy I picked him up. Very impressed with him. Hope you enjoyed this review. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe. And until my next video, may the Force be with you.